hear the criticism of the pass defense. What goes through your mind? Do you think it's a valid criticism?
I mean, it's just something we got to work on, something that kind of hurt us in a few games, but, you know, we had to do some things to stop the run, and we just got to hold up our end in the back end.
What have guys in the team thought of Radley getting ejected from that game? Is there anything to learn from that play, or are guys just frustrated that it happened? Or
I mean, we just got to be aware of the new rule, and it was frustrating, you know, by Roby getting ejected from the game. It was like 3 that game that I saw, like 3 that day, and like 3 different games. So it's just different for the defense now. You just got to be smart in the way you hit.
What's his state of mind?
Well, Bradley's?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have. He's just gonna come out and be ready for this week. Get ready to play.
Is he like got extra motivation now, or how would you describe the way he's approaching things?
I think I'll just see that on Saturday.
How difficult is it, though, Doran, at your position nowadays to play? Because what used to be acceptable, and for a lot of people that hit was acceptable, but
right.
But it wasn't. Is it getting increasingly difficult to play defense?
I mean, it just makes the defense become a little bit more aware, and the coaching, you know, coaching on tackling just a little bit different. That you can't really just, I guess I'm going to go ahead and say it, just all out just hit somebody. You got to be smart in the way you hit them. So, I mean, that's just something that we got to be aware of.
That's y'all's first one this year, though. I mean, have y'all been tutored pretty well on it? I mean, do you feel like, about what you can and can't do?
Yeah, but that one was just, I just feel like that hit was a little close. I mean, it really, truly wasn't head to head. So, I mean, it's just a hard call.
I got you.
Hey, Doran, Urban Meyer praised what Braxton Miller has done in practice lately. It makes me wonder, I mean, you're the guy that goes up against him in practice. Have you seen him step up in that regard, in what he does during workouts?
Yeah, I've seen that during training camp. As far as early as in training camp, he was just, the way he threw the ball and the way he just commanded the offense, the way he took charge of the offense, just a complete night and day from last year.
But has there been a change in the past couple weeks in how he practices? Yeah,
it's just he's just been on cue. Ever since, you know, he came back from his injury, he just been on cue and practice weekly and just doing what he had to do. And it's been paying off. Been looking good.
Duran, you were number 4 in the BCS. Is this something you follow, just a college football fan? Obviously, it determines who plays in the national championship game. You follow that?
Yeah, I mean, we're aware of that, you know, that we're number 4 in the BCS, and it's good to be brought up in the conversation. We're just, you know, ready to keep playing.
Are you confident that if you had the opportunity that you could beat the 3 teams that are ahead of you?
I think we can. I really do. And it's just going to come with a lot more work, you know, finishing out this season and be prepared for the end of the season.
Was it interesting to have Coach Meyer take time to kind of address the team about just where you guys stand and just the whole BCS? I mean, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, because you got to bring it up. You know, everybody's talking about it. It's right there. You know, we know what's in stake. All we have to do is handle our business.
Penn State this week with Hackenberg at quarterback, he's, for a freshman, putting up some big numbers. What do you see, or what have you seen of him, and what's your impression of what they do offensively?
I mean, you can tell he's coached very well. You know, I'm about to start, you know, looking at him after this, actually. So I can't really tell you too much right now. Though.
Right.
Doran, talk about the way you're playing. Obviously, you had an opportunity the other day for an INT, which fell, but the fact you were in position, et cetera. Just talk about the way you've been playing this year. How do you think you've done?
I think I've been doing pretty good. I mean, there's always room for improvement, and I know I have to improve, you know, to get what we have to do done. So I think it's okay. It's all the coaching. Coach Combs just taking coaching and paying attention to what he's telling me to do.
How much does making a play like you made at Northwestern, how does that work to elevate your own confidence, your own sense of worth out there, you know, to step up and make a play like that? What did that do for you?
I mean, I felt it was a big play in the game. You know, what did for me, just knowing that you just got to keep playing, regardless how the game's going. You just got to keep playing the game, and everything will fall into place if you play hard.
But you obviously had a sense for that moment, for that play and stuff. Does that tell you that you're getting there?
Yeah, you know, sort of comfortable level. Yeah, I'm getting more comfortable. You know, I don't really, you know, just to play in the game, you know, like I said, just keep playing and, you know, he's going to make plays.
How much have you learned from Bradley over the last couple of years and stuff? What has he brought to the table that you've consumed, so to speak?
I try to take as much as possible. I mean, like on the field, he just knows the game. He's a great student of the game. You can come to film, wide receiver splits, what the quarterback's doing, everything's just so detailed, and I just try to take that from him.
How much is confidence in terms of for being a corner? How much do you have to like sort of have that thing where, you know, nobody can throw on me, or I mean, how much do you have to sort of have that swagger if you're going to play that
Yeah,
position?
you got to have that, and that's really one of the things I learned from Roby. You got to have that to play the game, especially in our level.
So another night game for you guys. It's probably gotten to the point where it's sort of ho-hum, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we played well in prime time, and I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Coach Meyer's talked about wanting you guys to be more aggressive. I mean, he talked about, I think y'all, all of a sudden they come out in 3 tights the other day.
Yeah.
You know, kind of took a little bit of that away from you. But do you like that move by this defense to be more aggressive, maybe a little more press coverage, et cetera? How does that play into what you like?
I mean, I like it. You know, honestly, you know, we pressed up, we man-to-man. You know, we just got to do our jobs on the inside, on the outside so they can take care of the inside.
Do you think this defense is built for that kind of play, maybe better than read and react, so to speak?
I think we can do both. We just got to work on it.
I don't know how much you've watched Penn State yet, but Allen Robinson seems like a guy who just can really go up and get a ball and made some crazy catches against Michigan. Just how good is that guy, or what's it like when you know you're going to maybe be going against a receiver who has that ability to go up and get a ball like that?
I mean, you know, he's a good player. You know, of course, you got to watch him, film study and everything, but, I mean, we'll see how good he is on Saturday.
How do you work on that as a corner in terms of like battling, going up for a ball where maybe it's a jump ball or both guys have a shot at it?
Well, you just got to read and react, go make a play. I mean, that's pretty much it. You just got to fight for the ball.
The history of Penn State's program and obviously the history of Ohio State, they're two of the bigger names. Does this feel like any bigger of a game as any others? It still hold a special place, Ohio State, Penn State, when you play?
Yeah, it's always a battle between Ohio State and Penn State. You know, they know how to win games, so it's going to be a tough Big Ten battle.
Speaking of the history of Ohio State, Penn State, when you talk about that series, there's been a lot of pick sixes. Is that something that the DBs are aware of and you guys are thinking about going into this?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was aware of it. You know, I'm pretty sure our defense was too. But, I mean, just like I said earlier, that just comes with playing the game.
Couple more questions.
How much as a corner, when you're talking about things like pick sixes, sometimes if you're going to make a play like that, you got to gamble a little bit, maybe try to jump a route. How do you figure that out as a corner when you're maybe going to take a chance? And does that, having confidence, does that play into that? Because I guess you can't do that every throw.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's just being prepared in film study and just, you know, just reminding yourself, you know, in your head, every play.
So will there be things, or are there usually things in film study where you will see a certain route or a way a quarterback looks in a certain call and think to yourself, okay, if I recognize this route, this is when I'm going to take the chance, that you prepare for that during the week?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, you know, our coach calls it, you know, the backdoor slider. So, you know, you're waiting for the backdoor slider. You see it, you got to react and make the play.
Hit a home run.
Exactly.
You want to give us the G-rated version of Philly Brown's halftime speech?
Basically, he just pulled together the team, said we had to say, we had to straighten up, you know, finish out this game with the win. And we took that and ran with it.
All right, Doran, thank you very much.
Thanks, Doran.
Yeah, no problem.